Welcome to the 77th episode of I Wrote This News. Today is Friday, March 25th, 2022. Get ready, here's the news. Today's story: hold my beer, my Xanax, and my cell phone. Hillsong Church co-founder and serial creep Brian Houston has agreed to resign from his position as global senior pastor amid complaints of inappropriate conduct with two women. What is it with religious leaders fooling around with congregants? According to a statement from the church's board on Friday, the two complaints stem from incidents within the last 10 years. The first incident involved inappropriate text messages to a member of the staff from Houston approximately a decade ago. The staff member resigned after the incident, and the board said Houston was under the influence of sleeping tablets on which he was dependent. The church's board issued a statement explaining, quote, "He immediately apologized to the person. We also worked closely with Pastor Brian to ensure he received professional help to eliminate his dependency on this medication, and this was achieved successfully." Whoa, not so fast. First, why did the person on the business end of Houston's blame it on the booze and pills behavior the one who resigned? And secondly, tell us more about that professional help to wean Pastor Brian off them their pills. Okay, here you go. The pastor received a second complaint in 2019 after becoming disoriented after a session at the Hillsong conference. According to the board, Houston consumed anti-anxiety medicine and alcohol, then knocked on a hotel room door and spent time with its female occupant. That professional help that was so successful sounds kind of interesting. Let's listen in on a therapy session.
How are you doing this week, Pastor Brian?
I still love the booze, but I miss my sleeping pills.
I understand. Have you tried Xanax with your booze?
That's brilliant.
And what about the inappropriate text messaging?
No more of that. Now I do my naughty talk face to face.
Pastor Brian, I think you've had a breakthrough. Let's pray.
And to top it off, the board was already aware of the allegations when Houston stepped down in January to focus on fighting the charge of concealing child sex abuse committed by his father, the founder of the church's predecessor. Detectives served Houston's lawyers last summer with a notice for him to appear in a Sydney court for allegedly concealing a serious indictable offense, according to police. Police said that they would allege in court that Houston, quote, knew information relating to the sexual abuse of a young male in the 1970s and failed to bring that information to the attention of police. A government inquiry into institutional responses to allegations of child sex abuse found in 2015 that Houston did not tell police that his father was a child sex abuser. The inquiry found that Houston became aware of allegations against his father in 1999 and allowed him to retire quietly rather than report him to police. His father confessed to the abuse before he died in 2004 at age 82. March 25th is the 84th day of the year in the Gregorian calendar. 281 days remain until the end of the year. Now it's time for On This Date in History. On this date in 421, the Italian city Venice is founded with the dedication of the first church, San Giacomo di Rialto. 1306, Robert the Bruce becomes King of Scots. One of the most renowned warriors of his generation, Robert eventually led Scotland during the First War of Scottish Independence against England. He fought successfully during his reign to regain Scotland's place as an independent kingdom and is now revered in Scotland as a national hero. Why he's not just called Bruce is lost to the mists of time. 1655, Saturn's largest moon, Titan, is discovered by Christian Huygens. 1811, Percy Bysshe Shelley is expelled from the University of Oxford for publishing the pamphlet The Necessity of Atheism. 1957, United States Customs seizes copies of Allen Ginsberg's poem Howl on obscenity grounds. 1965, civil rights activists led by Martin Luther King Jr. successfully complete their 4-day 50-mile march from Selma to the Capitol in Montgomery, Alabama. 1995, WikiWeb, the world's first wiki and part of the Portland Pattern Repository, is made public by Ward Cunningham. Celebrating birthdays today are astronaut Jim Lovell, he turns 94, activist Gloria Steinem, actor Paul Michael Starsky Glaser, actress Bon Bedelia, activist Sue Klebold, chef Daniel Boulud, Olympian runner Christina Boxer, author Susie Bright, actress Brenda Strong, actress Sarah Jessica Parker, Olympic skater Debbie Thomas, Olympic pole vaulter Stacy Dragilla, actress Lark Voorhees, YouTube phenom Casey Neistat, race car driver Danica Patrick, comedian Jenny Slate, Olympic skier Justine Dufour-Lapointe, and critic Gene Shalit, he turns 96 today. Happy birthday to all of them, and if your birthday is today, a very happy birthday to you as well. By the way, if you or someone you know is having a birthday and would like us to announce it on the show, leave us a voice message or send an email. The links are in the show notes. Today's news was brought to us by USA Today, and the website for which one wiki in its name is plenty, Wikipedia. If you have a comment or a question about anything you've heard today, or if you have a suggestion, please send us a note at I wrote this news, all one word, at thatradioshow.com. That email address one more time is I wrote this news, all one word, at thatradioshow.com.
One more thing, if this podcast sounds a little funny, that's because it's also an experiment. All of the vocals were generated using AI technology. Hopefully the show will sound different and better as the tech improves and as we improve at using it. I'm Bob Meese, hoping you have an amazing day. We'll get together again soon.